So I've been really good this year. I haven't been purchasing much, which is what I plan to do. I only buy fragrances that I truly love, and now I test fragrances before I purchase them. I haven't even been really purchasing samples that often. I used to purchase samples at least once a week, but I've been really cutting back on my expenses, especially when it comes to purchasing fragrances. And also, I don't just want to, I got rid of having that urge to buy something because the notes are speaking to me, or, it's on sale, even though I do that from time to time. But I just want to be more responsible with my spending. And I don't want to be that person who is in a rush to buy a fragrance so I can be the first to review it. I'm not into the Hunger Games, with the fragrance reviews. I only want to buy things that truly speak to me, as I said. So with that being said, I've picked up a few fragrances recently, so I'm here to do a mini haul. It isn't too much. I have 5 new fragrances I've added to my collection, and also a fragrance that I was gifted by a friend. So we're going to get into that today. But I want to say welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Tashera. This channel is all about fragrances. And now let's get into the video. So I usually start with my scent of the day, but my scent of the day isn't any of these scents. My scent of the day is a layering combination. I layered Xerjoff Lovers in Pink with Bond Number 9 Greenwich Village. And that will be posted before this video is aired, and it will be posted in a short. So if you're interested in hearing about that layering combination, go look at that short. So yeah, let's jump into the video. So first up on the list, Byredo Alto Astral. This was love at first sniff. I tested it in stores and I fell in love. This is beautiful, but although I fell in love, it wasn't an original scent. So Alto Astral is a beautiful, fresh, airy coconut scent. And the coconut in here isn't necessarily tropical. I believe it's coconut water. This kind of has like a bit of a woody feel to it. I'm guessing it may be sandalwood in this fragrance. This wears very light, airy, and transparent, but this has great longevity. This was such a beautiful release from Byredo. This to me reminds me of Another 13 if like sandalwood and coconut was added to it. It's so good. So the notes in this fragrance are coconut water, aldehydes, musk, incense, jasmine, cashmere, sandalwood, and amber. This is gorgeous. And the perfumer is Jerome Epinette, and I wanted to call that out because he created another scent that is very similar to this. And that scent is Arizona Bloom Furrow Street. So I've spoken about this quite a few times, and I said that I would purchase Alto Astral after I empty this. And I'm almost done. I couldn't wait. My Mercari recently had a 25% off sale. I felt it was the perfect time to snag this up because I really wanted this in my collection for the summer. But these are very similar. This DNA is not original. So Jerome Epinette created this for Floral Street a few years ago. So the notes are kind of different. I'll read them to you. The notes in here are coconut, musk, salt, cashmere wood, fig leaf, black pepper, oak moss, amber, and jasmine. But they have quite a few notes in similar, being the amber, the jasmine, the oak moss, the coconut, the musk, and the cashmere wood. I want to say these are 97% similar. The difference, this one smells more expensive and it's longer lasting. So he basically took the DNA for this and sold it to Byredo, but made it better and the fragrances of better quality. But I feel like if you don't want to splurge on this, you should definitely purchase this if you love this scent. In the air, probably no one would be able to tell the difference. That's how close they are. And I find that a lot of perfumers do that. They'll create a scent for one perfume house and they'll create the same scent for another house who might sell it at a more like expensive cost. And that's what happened here. But I'm not mad at it because I do prefer this one, but I still feel like you can't go wrong with either one. And I honestly love both. This is a love for me. And I'll even layer them together for them to last longer. So again, Byredo Alto Astral. Next on this list might come as a surprise for any. I've only spoken about this fragrance once, and when I reviewed it, I said I didn't love it, but I ended up falling in love with it. And this is Hypnotic Musk Nectar. So I reviewed the original scent. That one was sharp, but I had purchased a 10 ml decant from Angel Scents, and I really wasn't feeling it at first, but something about it became addictive, and I emptied that 10 ml decant within a month, and that is not something that I do. I have 10 ml decants that I purchased 3 years ago, 2 years ago, that are still full. I knew I needed a bottle. One thing about New York City, there are going to be sirens. It's very annoying. But back to this scent. So I purchased the Nectar version, and it's better than the original. It's smoother. It still has a bit of that sharpness, but it's not as sharp. This is truly hypnotic. I get it now. It's musky, it's fruity, it's juicy, it's mouth-watering, it's very addictive. So the notes in here are lychee, raspberry, musk, iris, bergamot, violet, caramel, ginger, vanilla, ambergris, and sandalwood. This is really good. I've truly fallen in love with this scent. I think it's a sexy, fruity musk, and it's perfect for right now. I'm so happy I actually spent time with that fragrance, because sometimes I purchase a sample and I'm like, I like it, I don't love it. But then as I spend time with it, my feelings change. And that's what happened here. And I think this is beautiful. I think this is a great release. I love the Nectar version. Again, I also love the original, but I prefer this one. Again, this one is Hypnotic Musk Nectar from Micallef. This next fragrance I reviewed a couple of months ago. I had a sample. I said I needed a full bottle. I now have a full bottle. This is Torino 22 from Xerjoff. Oh, I love this. I love this. Another scent that's compared to Baccarat, and I get it. I get it. It has that airy sweetness. This has that beautiful airy saffron, but this goes in a different direction. This one is herbal and fresh, although it's sweet at the same time. This is sexy to me, and this is 100% unisex. I would love to smell this on a man, but I love this on myself. When I wear this fragrance, my favorite thing about this fragrance is that I never go nose blind to it. A lot of fragrances, I wear them, but I go nose blind and I might get whiffs of it throughout the day. It doesn't happen with this scent. Every time I've worn this fragrance, from the first time, it lasts on my skin the entire day. I wore this to work at least 2 times last week. And one day I wore it to work. I smelled it on myself. It just put me in a good mood. But I have a jacket that I keep in the office because the office is really cold. I wore that jacket the entire day at work. The next day, I switched up my scents, but I put that jacket on. And when I put the jacket on, I smelled this all over the jacket. The performance of this fragrance is amazing. I spray it on myself in the morning before I head to work, and when I come back home and I get in the shower and I'm washing off my skin, I can smell the aroma of this scent still on my skin and filling out my shower. That is how good this is. So let's get into the notes. So this has notes of eucalyptus, saffron, and bergamot, mate, clary sage, and gaiac wood, dry wood, and musk. So good. It's woody, it's aromatic, it's fresh, it's sweet, it's airy and transparent. This is absolutely beautiful. The only one I own from the Torino collection, but I plan to also pick up Torino 24. So that will be coming in an upcoming haul. Stay tuned. Again, this one is Xerjoff Torino 22. This next fragrance is Phlur Missing Person. I'm a musk lover. If you're not new here, you know that. Musk is one of my favorite notes. I have loved this fragrance from the first time I put my nose on it, and I've wanted it ever since. I finally purchased a full bottle. It truly smells, the naming's so fitting for this scent. It truly smells like it's personal. It smells like someone that you love. Like you're next to someone that you love. You're smelling their pheromones, and it's comforting. It's so easygoing and relaxing. I love wearing this at home, just lounging. I love wearing it to bed. It's just an easy reach, and it just puts me at ease. That's how this fragrance makes me feel. It's so good. So this fragrance has notes of musk, jasmine, bergamot, cyclamen, neroli, orange blossom, musk, sandalwood, and whitewood. It's beautiful. It has a bit of a freshness to it. It's kind of powdery, very musky, with the slightest hint of wood. It's absolutely beautiful. My favorite from Phlur. Again, this is Phlur Missing Person. This next fragrance is a repurchase. So last year, I lost a couple of fragrances when my shelf tilted and a couple of fragrances broke. I finally replaced this fragrance because I've been missing it so much. This is Stephane Humbert Lucas, God of Fire. This is a very sexy mango fragrance. It's deep. It's dark. It's mysterious. Like, this isn't your typical tropical mango. This one has like oud and cypriol, which gives it this dark, sexy edge. This one isn't heavy. It wears very light and transparent. I'm so happy to have this one back in my collection. So this fragrance has notes of mango, lemon, ginger, red berries, coumarin, jasmine, cedar, musk, agarwood oud, amber, and cypriol oil. This is beautiful. And I watch a lot of content from both men and women. I love seeing all content reviewers' content. And I find that men really love this scent. Initially, I thought it was feminine, but it's perfectly unisex. I've never smelled it on a man, but I can definitely see a man wearing this. It's beautiful. And it's that dark edge that makes this perfectly unisex. In combination with the ginger, which it doesn't really smell too spicy for me. So if you're not a ginger fan, don't be alarmed. I think this is still one you should try. And if you're not an oud fan, still, this is one you should try. The oud in here is tamed. It doesn't smell like your typical Arabic type of oud. This is a very wearable oud. It's beautiful. Again, this one is Stephane Humbert Lucas, God of Fire. So those are the fragrances I purchased, but my friend recently gifted me a travel pack of MCM fragrances. I've never smelled any fragrance from MCM. And I'm not really a fan of the brand. Very old school. Very 80s. I owned an MCM bag when it came back in style in like the late 2010s. But I quickly got tired of it. The logo is just a bit too loud for me. So this has 3 fragrances. I think the first is called the Voyage MCM, the second is called Crush, and the last is Ultra. It has 3 travel sprays. So I'm going into this blindly. I have no idea what they smell like. I didn't grab any tester strips, so I'm gonna use this box. This is actually cute, these travel sprays. Very cute. So this first scent is, I don't know, the name isn't on the bottle, but I'm gonna assume this is in order. So the gold one is Voyage. I'm gonna spray it on this box. This actually smells nice. It smells fruity. It actually reminds me of a scent that's on my wish list from a brand called Curatrix. It's called Heist. I'm getting like vanilla, strawberries possibly, some type of red berry, and like a bit of woodiness. This is really pretty. Let's see what the notes are. So the notes here are raspberry, apricot, peony, violet leaf, jasmine, ambroxan, sandalwood, moss, and vanilla. It's really good. I like this a lot. Yeah, that's a win. This first one is a win. So this is Voyage from MCM. This second scent is Crush. This smells pink, just like the bottle. Very girly and feminine. It's sweet, fruity, musky, very pretty. I'm impressed, honestly, with these scents. This one has a sticker at the bottom. Can't really make out the writing. This fragrance has notes of pear, apricot, blackcurrant, pink pepper, May rose, peony, magnolia, cashmere wood, ambrette, and cedar. So this one is compared to Delina on Fragrantica. I don't really get Delina, but I would compare this, if I had to compare it to something, Lust in Paradise from Ex Nihilo. This is very nice. I'm so impressed so far. So let's see what the last one smells like. The last one is Ultra. This one is very light. It smells good though. Sort of fresh, slightly woody, and floral. This is very nice. So 3 for 3. Definitely loved every single one. I can't really make out the notes in this one, but I'm intrigued, so let's see. All of these notes, all of these fragrances have apricot and blackcurrant and pink pepper and jasmine. So this one in the top notes has notes of apple, pink pepper, blackcurrant, jasmine, apricot, tuberose, tonka bean, amber, cedar, and moss. It's very pretty. The apricot definitely stands out now that it's drying down. Very pretty. I'm also getting the apple. Wow, I'm impressed. So, on Fragrantica, this one is compared to Carolina Herrera Good Girl and I Want You from Jimmy Choo. So, if you're a fan of those scents, you may enjoy these. These are very good. Who would have thought? Who'd have thought? Not me. Not me. Definitely not. But 3 for 3. These are winners. I love all of them. And in the order that I smelled them, this was my favorite. This one was Voyage. Second is Crush. And this one, Ultra. They're all good. I recommend these, honestly. Good. So yeah, this is MCM. That concludes this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you do, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and please hype me up while you're at it. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you all are beating the heat. It's a heat wave here in New York, 100+ degrees for like the past week. It's crazy, honestly. But peace and blessings to you all and have a happy 4th. This may post after the 4th, so I hope you all enjoyed the 4th if it does. See you in the next one.